Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to start clearing out in the driveway area that I'm going to make to go up to my Quonset hut and my next cabin build. And I got a tree to my left here I got to take out. I got about 3 other ones down here that I decided to take out. They're all small like this, so they'll become firewood eventually. But I got to clear this one out of the way. So I'm going to go through here and kind of, thin out some of the stuff right now. And I'm piling stuff up and moving it around. But eventually I'm going to have to dig down in some of these areas. And not this one. I won't have to worry about that stump. But I just want to make sure it's not in the way when I drive through here. But I'm going to come through here with a box scraper and try to level this thing out a little bit. So wherever there's stumps that might be in the way of the box scraper, I'll have to clear those out. And try to get this kind of level out a little bit is kind of the game plan. And with the soil that I'm moving around up there for the foundation areas, I'll have extra soil that I might bring in here and raise the low side a little bit, which means I'll probably have to come up with a barrier. And I got lots of stones down below, so I may line the low side with some stones and then just try to level that out a little bit and let it naturally pack down, because I don't have anything to do that with. But this tree needs to come out of the way. I'm just putting the lens back behind the camera over here, out of the way, because eventually I've got a chipper for my tractor, and what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll chip it all up. And what I want to do is take it down to where I'm going to put my orchard in eventually and start working the land down there and getting it hopefully to where it will be a good growing area, and it's real close to the creek, so I'll have water. mark this thing to notch out at the window and then figure out how much I need to notch it. Try to get it tight. This beats the heck out of measuring. It's just a lot easier to be accurate. Alright, so as you can see, now we officially have almost 3/4 of the building done. Or actually, probably 3/4. Yeah. So, just the back wall on the other side of me here, around the corner, and the end wall over here still needs done. So I have enough of this wood here to finish the other little section by the propane tanks. And I'm going to look at it. I'm going to look at the options of doing the wall with the shower box sticking out. Because if I can get that, what I'll be doing on the other wall is probably building a shed off that wall. And I'll make the shed stand out differently. I'll put pine on there, I'll put fir on it for siding, and then I'll stain it. And it will just stand out from the building. It won't be an exact match, because I don't know that I've got any more of this to work with. I'm hoping I can find enough to get the whole building done. So we'll just play that by ear. I don't think I'm going to build the shed off the end wall anytime soon. I'm probably going to build a shed out here this winter. I'm going to try and keep it clear and see if I can make some wood and get that going. But we'll see. We'll play that by ear too. But yeah, it turned out really good. I'm extremely pleased with the look of the building. So then the gable ends will get shingles, which I'll do the next year, obviously. Probably late spring, I'll start doing that. Alright, so today I thought I got a 14 by 21 window I'm going to put in. And it's a shed window, so it's not real thick. I'm going to put it in. It's going to overlay some trim, which will be thick enough to go on this. And then I'll build the rest of the structures in here afterwards. Right now I just want to get this in place and figure out where I gotta put it. And this is the size of the unit that's going to go in here. I just got to determine where I would like to put it. And I'd like, because I'm going to put another one here, I'd like them both to be identical. So let's get tape measure here. I want to determine a height. Thinking 4 inches up would be a nice height. And that's 1.25 inches there. You know, it'd be nice to have if I had tacks or something to pin this in place, and then I can draw my line. So I think I'm going to get something so I can tack it up and position it and keep it held in place while I draw my line, because I'm going to be cutting through this. It's single pane, which is fine. It's hot up here, and I need to cool this off, so I don't need a whole lot of the insulating going on there. Anyways, I got some little screws here. I'm going to tack this in place. This is a pattern for me I made. I'm just going to put a screw in here to pivot on for the moment. So I'm about 1 7/8 there. Let's see where we're at the bottom. One 3/4. Oops. It moves on me. 1 3/4. Alright, 1 7/8. Alright. That's 1 7/8. right on the money. Alright, so I'm going to put the window in right there, which means I need to draw a line. This will make it a little larger hole. Just be a lot easier to cut it around the side here. Hopefully. I'll have to grab my jigsaw here in a minute. And I do have another window on order. It should be here at least by next week, maybe even this week. Supposed to be getting a bunch of snow rolling in here next week. Actually, starting Friday of this week. And if they're correct, which it's the weather report, you never know if it's correct or not. But I'll save this pattern. So that's where the window's going to go. I'm going to cut kind of outside this line a little bit. I need to grab my square. This corner didn't come out right because of the loose piece of wood here. So square. Let me see something here. I'm going to do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get all four corners. I got to cut the plastic out there. This corner, I want to make sure that I get it just right. Let's see here. Oh yeah, we should be okay. Just a hair over 14. Yeah, as long as I stay on this line and this new line that I made, I'll be perfectly level in there. Oh, of course, I should have a little fudge room to work with. And even if it's off just a slight amount, I don't think it'll be noticeable. Okay, so I'll go out there, I'll cut the plastic. to start with. Let's just do this. Okay, so I went ahead and cut some wood that I had, scrap wood, to be trimmed. I had to do an angle cut on one side because it's close to the peak. These are going through all the way, which I kind of figured they would. That's okay. Let's see here. Because I made everything a little oversized. I'll get tooled up, get the screws, and we'll start putting the window in. Oh my goodness, couldn't ask for a better fit. Okay, we can screw it in place. So eventually I'll be sealing around this window. Just for now it's not going to be that way, but next year it will be. Another plus about this is it'll let light in up there, especially when I put another window in to the side here. The loft will have natural lighting, that'll be nice. And a way to vent out in the summer when I'm sleeping up there, because it gets hot here in the summer. I will leave a link to this window that I've got in case somebody's interested in something like this for a shed or for a little cabin. It is a single pane and it's tempered glass, and it does have a small screen here in the bottom. Here's another view. I haven't actually shown much of this side of the building. So this is the last side that's got to be done, and then the end with the tanks. The end with the tanks I'm going to try and get done today, because snow's coming starting tomorrow supposedly. You know, it looks like it probably will be. Anyway, this is the side I still got to put one more window in next to that window up there and get the siding on it. Well, the siding, I'm procrastinating on this siding right now because I want to see if I can come up with some more of the siding like what I have on there already, instead of using the fir, and save the fir for the shed, which I believe I mentioned earlier. So, yeah, if I can come across some more, I'll just do a clear sealant on the wood, except for the trim. The trim's going to get painted, like I've said before, to match the roof and the other windows. The two white windows, I may paint them, I may not, just because I got to pull the screen out, which means I'll have to replace the screen, because the way it's set up is it's in a groove that you got to put it in there, and if I pull it out, you know, you got to put it in there oversized and then trim around it. So the little pieces that are there won't work once I pull it out. So I'll determine if I want to change out and paint those windows green as well. Probably will, but I may not too. So anyways, it's coming out pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with the way the thing looks. This is Friday morning, so I wanted to do one final talk before I put the film out. And I want to thank everybody for watching the video. It's amazing what can happen overnight. We got hit with the snowstorm they said was coming in. We got that little window in there. It's working well. I got another one coming. The window came from Amazon, and if you are interested in the window, I'm going to put a link down in the comments section to it. If you do click on the link, I will get paid a little bit of money for steering traffic their way. So I would appreciate it if you're interested in the window and you want to buy it. Please do click the link. It's going to help me It's going to help fund my projects in the future. So whenever I get something that I bought a lot of stuff from Amazon. I get a lot of good stuff from them. It's just easier for me rather than going to the store, because any good Home Depot or anything like that's 2 hours away from me, one way. So it just doesn't make sense for me to do that. It makes more sense to buy on Amazon, get the stuff delivered up here, and they deliver up to a friend's place. I don't get delivery here, obviously. Anyhow, I want to thank you again for watching the video. Thank you and have a good weekend. Happy holidays.